Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are today, wherever you're watching from. This is Tina with Amber FieldMouse Jewelry, and I want to welcome you back and thank you for returning to another video where I will be opening today's a bag of rings that I got at a neighborhood yard sale and sharing that content with you. Thanks for joining me to explore the little works of art that we're going to find in this bag. Honestly, I think probably a great deal of costume jewelry in here. I did spend a whopping $10 on the bag, again at a neighborhood yard sale. But the reason I bought it is because it's all rings, and I haven't gotten many rings in these boxes that I've ordered from eBay and also from Goodwill. So I was just kind of wanting to see some and check them out, learn a bit more about rings in general. Of course, I do have my own rings that I know about, but nice to see some others. All right, so I'm just gonna grab a scissor here and cut this because they did tape it up quite well. Ooh, it's like a procedure here. Opening the abdomen. That was gross. All right, I'm gonna put them over to the side, and I'm gonna start pulling them out. All right, first up, we have this geometric cube shaped. This is old. This is an adjustable, kind of worn ring. Let me see, it's covered in rhinestones. This side the rhinestones are in pretty good shape. There's a couple on this side that are just a little dirty. I'm wondering if I can clean that up. I don't know if I even want to, but that is a really interesting little ring. It's probably a size 6.5, I would say. A little loose on my finger. Oh, well, let's take out the thingy. You will learn some technical terms on my channel, such as thingy. And this thingy, or ring sizer, as people who are actually articulate call it, is telling me that this is a little bit bigger than a size 7 when it's at its smallest, so it can probably expand to, I don't know, bigger. All right, so we have that one. That's fun. All right, next up in the box, a stretch ring. Until I started doing this, I didn't even know that stretch rings were a thing, I have to be honest with you. But they're kind of fun. I mean, obviously they're inexpensive costume jewelry, but that's a big old one. That's like the size of my hand there. Probably, I don't know, is that more of a middle finger ring? This is pretty big. Oh, look, I'm a present. All of the rhinestones are present. It's cute. Nothing wrong with that ring. Nice and sparkly, shiny. Maybe fun on the holidays. I don't know. If you like that, it's yours. All right, this, I do not believe that this is a ring at all. I think this is some sort of bead, unless you want to wear it. That is not attractive. Not an attractive look at all. All right, so, yeah, it's stuck. Oh, I got it off. I'll just put that over there for now. This is another stretchy that seems to have lost a major gem. That was probably, ooh, gosh, what, a 10-carat diamond in there? What a loss. I'm joking, of course. I don't know, maybe somebody could use this to harvest those rhinestones because they do like to fall out of stuff, and these are in pretty good shape. So I'll probably put that in a lot for crafters. All right, oh, what is this? Ah, isn't that interesting? It's like a little boy hugging your, oh, it's a little angel, little, is that Native American? It looks like he's wearing buckskin with some wings. And I believe this is a shrinky-dink. Remember those? Although it's opaque, I think shrinky-dinks were they clear? Gosh, I don't remember. It's been so many years, but isn't that fun? A little Indian. Okay, up so you can see. And again, I think this one is probably along the name, well, it's hard to tell. Yeah, this one is probably expands up to an 8. Oh, that's cute. Oh, here we have a brand new stretchy. Ooh, that's skeety. This is a square with kind of a pyramid shape on the top, covered in rhinestones. They all seem to be present and accounted for. Took roll call there. Do you wear these? Let me know if you're a fan of the stretch ring. I don't know. This is not a ring. Well, it's a ring shape, but I'm not really sure. I feel like I should know what this is for. Do you unscrew this and put on keys? I don't know. All right, that's going over there. Let's see. Let's look at a couple more stretchies. Oh, this one is, you know, this is just plastic in there, but I mean, I don't know if they make any of these rings that have genuine gemstones or whatnot. They're just kind of like fun little wear it for a while and chuck it thing. Really? I don't know. Yeah, that is plastic. The non-symmetric shape. It's cute. It's in perfect condition if you're a fan of the stretchy. That's brand new. Here we have a lucite ring. Wow. Can't really get your fingers together when you have that on. It maybe has to go on an end finger. It's just, you know, teal, turquoise in color. I guess I'll get you a measurement on that one. It looks like it's coming in around an 8. Yeah. You see an 8? Wow, it looks a different color blue in the camera. This is definitely turquoise, a little darker turquoise than, you know, just your classic turquoise. Oh, Mr. Owl. How cute. And this is a copper. Yeah, it smells like copper. This is a copper ring. How adorable is that? It's got enamel on it and some champagne colored, a little more like a topaz color rhinestones. That is so cute. Mr. Owl, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Oh, that is so cute. You know, when it comes to costume rings, he's pretty groovy. I like. All right. So we have Mr. Owl. That is so cute. All right, what else is in here? That looks electronic in some way. It must have one of those little button batteries, some little cheapy thing. I don't know what that is. Quite certain I probably will never replace that battery to find out, but I'll put that in craft lab. Maybe somebody can use that, oops, to do something with. And here is something that somebody has made. This is a wire wrap ring. It's cute, actually. They did a nice job. That's probably, it's a little big, so it's probably a 6.5, 7. Little dragonfly with the pewter beads on here, copper wire. That is really cute. They did a nice job. People make some cute things, don't they? All right. Here we have another stretchy. Oh, this is little, oh, a couple of little petals are missing. That's sad, because that's cute. That's a cutie. Not too bad a shape. You know, it's just not too much wear. Except for the little petals missing. It's cute. Aww. Minnie. It's a Minnie Mouse. Oh, I did a really crap job doing my nails, didn't I? This is a little plastic Minnie Mouse. Children's. All right, Minnie. You can hang with us. Alrighty. Oh, this is neat. I don't know how convenient that chain would be to have on there when you're trying to live life and do stuff. And that's a small one too. Little pave stone butterfly with a single rhinestone there. Little chains hanging off, gold tone. Still pretty, you know, has all its gold on there. If that's a style of ring that you like. Here it is. Right up a little so you can see. I don't know if it gets blurry when I do that or not. I will hopefully learn these things as time goes on. You can always keep it down and you can zoom if you see a ring that you really like. And again, if you're interested in any of these rings that I have, they are for sale, unless I mention that I'm going to hoard them myself. I really can't do that because, you know, hoarding is bad. sharing is caring. Whatever other platitude I can throw on there. Just send me an email at amberfieldmousejewelry@gmail.com. If you could take a screenshot of the ring that you're looking at, that would make my life so much easier. Also, you can do a timestamp on there. Shipping's probably going to be around $5 or $6 up to £1, and then calculated shipping after that. And if there are multiple items that you want from this video or from this video and others, you know, I'll do everything I can to save shipping for you, because I don't want to waste anybody's money ever. All right, so that's a cute little ring, little chains. All right, and what else we have? Oh, Great Wolf Lodge. Gosh, I took my kids to that when they were little. They had so much fun. All right, so it just says Great Wolf Lodge on it. Is this a mood ring? What do you think? Is that a mood ring? I know it's so warm up here in my studio right now because I forgot to turn the air back on. I don't know. Anyway. Oh my goodness. This is a plasticky, cheap little ring. Be cute for a costume, maybe. Or a little girl. Put that in a little girl box. Look like you're bejeweled. It's an adjustable. It's rather dirty. And what is this? Huh. This looks like it has been made out of shell, of course, and then epoxy in between. Wow, that is really cool. Let's stick it on there and get it stuck. It's a wide band. Oh, there's a little crack across it, but can't really tell until you look close. But that is pretty neat. Let me see from the side. You can see the shell design here. Got a little coating on there that's... So that is really interesting. I'm not sure. This is about, I don't know, kind of falls midway on an 8. It's white with some brown and red on there. Obviously you see the red. So, I've never seen a ring like that before. Like I said, it does have a small crack across it. But it is pretty interesting. I've not seen that before ever. Boy, there are some creative people in the world, aren't they? This is what I'm talking about with works of art. You know, I just love people's vision when they pick something up and they say, oh, I'm going to turn this into a da-da-da-da, and they do, and you look at it and go, wow, that is so cool. I'm glad I got to see what you've done. Thank you for that. All right. Oh, here's a little, just a, you know, cheap turtle ring, but he's so cute. Just silver tone metal, almost looks like pewter. All of his little stones are there, and his little hands and everything move. Oh, he's so cute. Hello, Mr. Turtle. That is a cute little ring. You can see him from the side. Little legs and arms moving. Aw, cutie, cutie, cutie. Again, I wasn't expecting to get jewels in here, but this is awful fun. All right, here's some brand new stretch rings from, oh, Vera Wang. I believe Vera is Kohl's? Yeah, Kohl's. Oh, you read the tag, Tina. Woof, $26 for these. Oh, Vera. So we have some teals. This is like gunmetal. All of the metal is gunmetal. It looks like you wear them as a set. I'm going to leave them on the card. If anybody is interested in some Simply Vera Wang stretch rings, here they are. Okay. Oh, wow. Now this is, you know, gold over copper. Yeah, and that is copper. Copper has a smell. I mean, you can tell if it's copper or if it's just some other pot metal on there, and that is copper. That is really pretty. That is a beautiful ring. I love the rise on that. The top loop, what do we call it? I mean, they're all conjoined in the back, but It's made to look like concentric loops, and on the top of that, that's a really pretty look. I would really love it if all the gold plating would come off and it would be all copper and leave those little stones on there, but I believe it would probably traumatize those to the point where those stones would be lost. There is one little teeny tiny one gone in the middle if you look really close, but that one's probably just going to be something I keep to investigate, or I may actually try to get that gold off there and see if I can turn this all copper. I love copper jewelry. These rings that I have on, these are actually not rings. These are part of a necklace that was in pieces in a box, and I shoved these on my thumb for, I don't know why, but there they have been ever since. So they kind of look cute. I kind of am fond of them now. Anyway, back to this one. That is there. If you are interested in it, of course, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. But I think that must have been really pretty when it was new. Again, we're talking costume. We know that these are not, you know, diamonds, emeralds, ruby, platinum, gold, and silver. They're just fun. All right, and here we have a Rhode Island Novelty Company ring with little peace signs on it. And this one is definitely a mood ring. How fun is that? And this one has some glitter in it, and that changed color quick when I put it on. Yep, all multicolored peace signs. This one is probably, yeah, this one is falling at a 5. Oh, this is really lightweight, very inexpensive, kind of like a silver tone with a rose gold rose on it. And I really hope that you can see these. I'm not sure. I guess we will see. It's got lots of detail around it. Some swirly whirlies, black leaves and enamel, and this is probably just that same pot metal that's been coated with silver and painted to have a rose gold effect. I mean, it's not a horrible ring. It's very inexpensive feeling, but you know, they have their place, and this one is coming in about a 7. Yeah, I think a solid 7 on that one. And there's that one. Oh, we have another flower. This one's lost its cabochon in the middle. Other than that, it's kind of pretty. There's some serious goop in there. So this one, I think it's going to go to a crafter. Maybe somebody can, I'm sure somebody can clean that and maybe affix something in the center. Whether or not they'll keep it as a ring, I don't know. Hope they let me know. Ooh, wow, this is very worn on the bottom. This is a costume. What does it say in here? Gosh, where's my loop? This does say it's electroplated, but somebody may have worn this for so long. Maybe somebody had this as their engagement ring. And you know what? As long as you have love, who needs money and all that? But I think, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, this is definitely, if you look at the bottom of it, if it did have electric plate on it, it's gone. But I wonder, no, it's not even scratching. This is just a base metal. So I was just going to see if it was sterling on the bottom, but it's not. It's rather dirty too. You know, very 1990s, that ring. What is that setting called? That cut of diamond called? What's wrong with me? I can't even think of it right now. Anyway, there's that little ring if anybody's interested. Okay, oh, this is another very inexpensive base metal ring. It's actually kind of attractive, very light. Has geometric patterns on it, raised. They almost look floral. And let's see, that one is sitting about an 8 as well. Okay. Oh, mama, that's a stretchy. That's some green. This looks like the Wizard of Oz got engaged. This is the rock he would buy for his babe. That could probably be fun for, you know, again, a costume. You're playing a witch or something. Do 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 do. Or, I don't know why I always go to witch. Like, is there any other costume that comes to your mind, Tina? You remember when you were 21, you know, think of something like Playboy Bunny or construction worker, or, you know, the whole team from the YMCA. Anyway, I digress. That is fun. So, have that ginormous green plastic stone if you're interested in, you know, if you ever have any reason for a costume. Look, we got Christmas going on here. All right, we don't have a whole bunch left, but let's take a peek. What is this? Oh, this is a ring. All right, so this is like an illusion ring with a little elephant on it. Isn't that cute? Little enamel elephant, and then it has some really sparkly little crystals in there. I wonder if this is a toe ring, maybe? I bet it is. Because it's, you know, you want an illusion that close on your finger. Usually we want to see a nice secure band. I bet that's a toe ring. That's actually cute. I like him. That is cute. I don't know how much time left this stretchy has, but that's an easy fix if anybody wanted it. I mean, it just goes through the center pieces and make a new one. Just don't make it too tight. You cut the circulation off in your toe. That wouldn't be good, would it? So he's cute. Can you see him? Again, I'm not really sure how well this is recording or how much you can see. Let me get my nails out of the way, maybe a little less distracting. All right, so there's our little elephant toe ring. These are hooked together. There we go. And this is some really worn metal, 2 crosses. Kind of a cool design, though. Again, this is what I'm talking about. You know, the piece is probably beyond the point where anybody could wear it, but actually on the top, all you can see is those 2 little crosses. That's kind of I love learning different, you know, designs that people put together, and that's cute. 2 little crosses there. Look at that. Very cute. And they kind of just, you know, hook together. I like. Oh, that's a big one. There's any markings in here. There is a punch mark in here somebody did. That's probably a maker's mark. I cannot find my loop. How is it for you people who have your act together and always know where everything is? Is it joyful? I mean, it's got to be an amazing thing to always know where your things are and not be like me and searching around for everything. You know, they say the creative ADD mind, it's a you know, a trade-off. You come up with cool ideas, but your life's a mess. Well, my life's not a mess, but I would truly like to be more organized. Anyway, this just looks like a gold tone. I can almost see a copper color coming through, so it's probably copper, you know, plated copper, but that's pretty. It's really big, a really big ring. We're talking, this is a size 10, so this may actually be a gentleman's ring, or, you know, maybe somebody wears it on a, you know, not a ring finger, middle finger, index or something. Gosh, you could probably sport that on your thumb. It's loose on my thumb. That's pretty. I have a boo-boo. I'm sorry. I hope that's not distracting. This is really pretty. Look at that setting. That is really pretty. Those are some really pretty cubic zirconia. You can tell by the sparkle on them. Those are CZs. And let me see if there's anything written in here. No, there's no mark for the metal. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those rings that you would get in candles. Do you remember, gosh, what were those called? My kids got me a couple of them. I have a yellow ring somewhere that I got out of a candle that my kids got me. That's kind of what this reminds me of. And it's pretty. That is a really pretty ring. It's in brand new condition. It looks like it's never even been worn. Nice and clean. The setting is just really pretty. I hope you can see that. I think I'm gonna have to keep it down here, and then you'll have to zoom because Honestly, I'm not sure if it's in focus or not for you. I hate to do this whole video to find out it's not in focus. But let's see what size this one is. This is a solid 7. And that is a really pretty little ring. Really pretty. If anybody wants that one, I would happily sell that to you. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Nice little cocktail ring, right? God, my knuckles. Don't get old, folks. My ring size here is like, you know, a 5.5, but my knuckles, just from being old, have a hard time getting over. Blah, blah, Tina. All right, here we have a rather inexpensive. This one actually did have some stones on it, you know, just rhinestones, but they're missing on some of them, so this one probably not anything anybody would really be interested in other than in crafts. All right, there's another stretchy. Oof, this is a different kind of stretch. Most of the ones I picked up have that. This has the this has this. Ooh, thanks for schooling us, Tina, and what things are called. That and this. This is really rather dirty. I was gonna get something, see if I could clean it. This is plastic. All of the little rhinestones are intact. That's really kind of cute, actually. It doesn't clash with my nail polish like some of the red ones are doing, although I do have enough nail polish on my finger. Sometimes I do my nails and it looks like I went to a salon that was run by 3-year-olds. So, but I try for you. All right, that's actually a cute stretchy. All right, a few left here. This is one that has lots of missing stones in it. It's cute though. If anybody is interested in picking that up, replacing those, it's a nice little ring. Actually, it looks great on the index finger. Wonder if any of these would fit in there. Ooh, no, these look like they're a little too wide to go in that one. Okay, well, we had a little bit of technical difficulty there. The GoPro overheated. I think we figured it out. Anyway, so we were on this ring, which I think is pretty, but unfortunately it's missing quite a few stones in it. It is a solid band. It's not an adjustable. It's in pretty good shape other than the fact of the stone loss, so it could definitely be redeemed. Hopefully some crafter can find some stones that fit on that, because it's kind of a pretty, I don't know, pretty look. You know, if you're like me and you know your rings are all, I don't have mine on, I took them off for the purpose of this. You know, if your rings are all, you know, precious metal and semi-precious stones or whatever, this can be fun, because I never would have entertained the idea of wearing anything like this years ago, but the older I get, I just like fun, you know. I like the fun of looking at these things, of wearing them, and I am no longer concerned about the Joneses or the Susans or the Snarkies out there. I just want to do what makes me happy and my family happy, and you know, and I think it's fun wearing these kind of rings. I think I might try a couple of these. So I hope that you're getting some enjoyment out of this and enjoying looking at these little miniature works of art, as I said before. Oh, isn't that pretty? This is a adjustable band in the back. It's got AB stones. It is missing 3 stones as well. So this is going to be another one that I'll put in a craft lot. If not for a ring, maybe somebody could use it for, well, you know what? I'm going to say I can use it, but I don't know that I have any AB stones that I can use in my project there. But or at the very least, harvest those stones that are still there and put them in a piece that is lacking its stones. But look at the sparklies on that. They're AB coated. There's some pink stones in there. Some amethyst colored glass rhinestones. That's cute. You know what, I could be honest with you, if that had all the stones, I might actually wear that. It's cute. All right. Hey Beth, do you have any of those stones? Bethany's my sister who's into jewelry, and oh, I had picked this one up to look to see if any of these would fit into that square number. All right, we're getting down to the bottom. Oh, this is a cutie. This is a wide band. Dragonfly with a little blue stone on there, pounded metal look. This is just stuck. This is just on base metal. Oh, actually it's marked S925. You see that copper color coming through right there? I believe that you're fibbing to us, Mr. S925. Can you see it there where it's written? I don't know if that's picking up or not, but it does say right there S925. And so this is a very important lesson to learn. Just because something's marked, verify that, especially, you know, if you're gonna regift or resell. This is that 18 karat gold testing acid, and if you put it on sterling silver, it will glow bright blue. It's really a pretty reaction. And yeah, it ate right through this. I think maybe they showed this some sterling silver once in its life and said, look, that's what you want to be when you grow up, but it is certainly not sterling now. But it's cute. The little dragonfly, he is really cute. I like it. All right, so we do have that one available, and I can probably tell you this is a size 5 or I don't know. Oh, I'm on the wrong side, Durgy. So this is like a 5, 6 on here. Probably sitting, yeah, it's sitting between 5 and 6 with the wide band, you know. So that's cute. Oh, here we have a little very inexpensive child's ring. I can't believe the little rhinestones are still in there. That's amazing. Oh, cute butterfly. It's actually pretty. And sparkles. Sparkle, sparkle. It's a bit large for a child. This is probably coming in at a, I don't know. Yeah, that's a 7. So this is an adult ring, or a teenager maybe. But it's cute. I mean, it looks fine from here. The bottom's worn. But, you know, unless you're going like that, who's going to see it? That's cute. All right. Oh. Aw. This is definitely a ring for a little boy. Aw. If I had to, I would save them for Spencer and Avery, my grandsons, but there's only one. Maybe I'll find something else. Little baseball. Isn't that cute? Of course, little girls could wear that too. That is a cutie. I like it. All right. We're getting toward the end here. What else do we have? Oh, this is pretty. This looks like shell of some kind in there, and some base metal. Sterling? I don't know. It certainly is doing a good imitation of sterling. Huh. I don't see it's marked anywhere, but let's check. Oh, that is a nice scratch. And on the scratch you see silver. Wow, is this not marked anywhere? Yeah, no, it's not, but that sure does look like sterling silver, doesn't it? That shell needs a little oil on it or something. It's gotten a little bit dried out. That's a cute little star. Let's see. I'm sitting here babbling. Oh yeah, you see that blue glow? You see that? Let's put it on the rest. That is sterling. It's a nice heavy amount of sterling in here too. There's quite a bit. I wish I had my scale up here. That's pretty. Yeah, that is definitely sterling silver. Get my cloth. A little polish here. Oh wow, look at that. That shines up nice. That side where I polished it with a silver polishing. These things are amazing, by the way. If you don't have any, run out now. Go now. Just shut the video off, or just, you know, reduce it and go on Amazon and buy some. These jewelry polishing cloths are great. I believe I had a Connoisseur at one point. I don't know what brand this one is. I think I got, oh, this is a Connoisseur. So See, this is connoisseur. I had some from Madison Jewelers in Kempsville in Virginia, where my kids went to school. One of my daughter's classmates, their family owns a jewelry store, and he would give them out at some points, and it was like a lovely little gift to get from them. I had that one for the longest time. I don't know what I did with it. But if you're in Kempsville, Virginia, stop by Madison Jeweler. There you go. Free advertising. It is a beautiful family run. And they have a Chihuly in there. Oh my gosh. And they're saying they used to. I don't know if they still do. That was years and years ago. But nice family, nice store. All right, so that is that. That is sterling and shell. Mother of pearl dyed. You can tell it's dyed because you can see the pink in the side. But how pretty is that? That is a beautiful ring. I'm glad I like it because I think it's stuck. Nope, it's off. All right, so this one is measuring in at a US 5. And it's a really pretty little ring. Shiny, shiny once you shine it up. And it is sterling silver and mother of pearl. Very pretty. Nice substantial ring again. All right, we're down to like the last 10 here. This is a very inexpensive stretch. It is all plastic. There's hasn't even heard the word metal before in this one, but it's cute. I know. All right, there we go. All right, this is glass. This could actually be Murano. I don't know. It does have gold foil in there. Murano does use gold. Oh, look, this one is. This is Murano glass, Italy. This one is made, this is a tourist piece, I'm sure. It's sandwiched in there. You see the millefiori in there, the little rods of glass that they roll and shape into flowers, and then slice them into discs and put them in with the rest of the glass. You can see the sandwich right there where they put the two of them together. And that is a pretty art glass. This one is adjustable. This one is not. So maybe they went to Venice, and that's where they got that. Let's see what size this one is. There's a big old ring. This one is like solid 9 at the band. So you could definitely have a lot of, functionality on this one. You could wear it on an index, middle. It's a cadmium orange color with some yellow, and I believe those are light blue. Either that or it's a trick of the light in here. They may be white, but then you see the gold in there as well. That's a pretty glass. Okay, so we were looking at these two glass rings when the GoPro decided it was a little too warm. This is definitely Murano glass. It says so on the reverse. And again, I think this probably was a tourist piece. This one, I'm suspecting it is as well, because they came from, the same bag, same yard sale people. So I would suspect this is Murano glass as well. When I was in Venice, I saw rings like this myself. All right, so those are pretty. And then let's kind of zip through these because my GoPro is getting a little overheated. This is a very inexpensive, well loved. Somebody wore the color right off that one. It's kind of almost a crown shape with the cabochon pearl, some rhinestones in there, and sorry, my brain stopped for a minute. And they're all intact actually. So from the top, it's actually quite pretty. All right, again flying through, we have here. Oh, that's pretty. And this one is marked 925. It does have another little maker's mark on it, which for the moment I cannot read because I'm not one of those people who is organized and I can't find my loop. So let's just test this and make sure this is sterling. Trust but verify. I don't know. It looks more like stainless to me, but let's get in there a little bit more because there's probably a little coat on here, I would bet. I just wanted to show you again why it's prudent to double check. This does say 925 inside, but as the acid test revealed previously, Watch it pop 925. Oh, well. All right, so yeah, there is a little blue in there, so this does have some sterling in it. All right, well, that's a pretty little ring. That is sterling with a pink stone on it. I don't know what the stone is. One of these days I will get myself a presidium because I just want to wait and make sure that this is something I can continue with before I make an investment like that. This is a solid size 5. Very pretty. And if it weren't so hot right now, it would fit me. But anyway, it doesn't. All right, here we have a little, I think this is a toe ring, and I'm just gonna put that out of my head right now that this was on someone's foot. Yep, little toe ring, cute, little brassy. It is marked inside. This is actually marked 925, let's see, which would indicate that it's, you know, plated. Let's take another test. That's a nice scratch. Oh yeah. See, I think maybe this little pink ring is plated, and that may be what that little, inside here it says 925, and then there's a little symbol that is just too tiny for me to read. But you can see the silver there. This one is definitely sterling. That one popped big time sterling. So it's plated. So this is probably a vermeil. Let's see. I'm just going to do a light scratch so I don't rub all that off. Let's try the 10 karat gold. So if this stays, the acid doesn't eat through it, then that's 10 karat gold plated vermeil. And it is staying. So that is, here I was all skeeved out. It's actually a nice little piece. It's not solid gold, but yep, 14.8 it up. So that's 10 karat plated. Nice, a little bit misshapen. That's an easy fix. You know, get it on one of these mandrels. I do actually know the name of it. Just playing with you before. I call everything a thingy because I'm scratching 60, so you know, words sometimes are not in my head. And then I'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and scream, mandrel. That's cute. And that is a vermeil toe ring. Cute. Clean that up. All right, let's get through these before the GoPro dies. This is a pretty adjustable one. And it's got some resin flowers that are really dirty. Those need a bath. And some big old rhinestones on there. That's a pretty sparkly one, isn't it? I bet it sparkles better when it's clean. Just a fun little, you know, very costume piece. But aren't these cute? I mean, seriously, I've always been the one who's been like, oh, I'm not going to wear anything like that. But I'm just loving them lately. They're fun. They're just fun. All right, we got, I think the rest of the bag is full of stretchies. And this is a, got some of the acid on me. It won't burn you, but it will turn your skin yellow. So if you do an acid testing, be smart, wear gloves, not like me. I just can't function with gloves. I don't wear them for anything, except when it's cold. That's cute. This is, you know, acrylic. It's a faux turquoise looking thing with some rhinestones. Everybody's home. This looks in great shape. If you're into turquoise and you want a stretchy, you know what I can tell you about these? They're really comfortable to wear. So you know how sometimes if you have a big ring and it's a solid thing, it's not always comfy. That is really comfy. Oh, here's another one. It's got some dust inside it. This one is, these are faux marcasite in here. It's not real marcasite, but I think you need to have a bigger finger than I have for this to pull it off. I mean, because it's kind of taken up everything, but it's pretty. Shiny. That would be fun. Another long one here. What is this one? Oh, this one feels a little bit cheaper. I mean, you know, that's a relative term when we're talking about stretch rings now, isn't it? Another big one. It's got this is plastic. And this is gunmetal colored, but again, it's pretty. That would be really steampunky. That would be a great steampunk ring, you know. I mean, it's not on its own steampunk, but the coloration would definitely go with that type of costuming. Pretty. What is this one? This one is in great shape. This one has absolutely no wear in. Oh my gosh, it's a mouth with a pearl in it. Let me see, let's take roll call on the rhinestones. They're all there. The pearl is in pretty good shape, maybe a little, no, I think it came off. Oh my goodness, how wild is that? This is what I'm talking about, with just the fun, you know? I had no expectation whatsoever that there would be anything of value in this baggie except for fun costume, and this is definitely fitting the bill. That is fun. And it's adjustable, so it's setting at a size probably a 5 right now, and I'm sure you can adjust that up higher. How cute is that? That is cute. All right, and we have this one, which is very worn. Has a little bit of verdigris inside, so this one I'm going to chuck in the garbage because I don't want it to infect anything. I bet it was pretty in its day, though. Maybe I'll give it a bath. It is all worn on the bottom, but the top has, I don't know, somebody might have fun wearing that. I don't think it's anything that would resale. If anybody does want it, of course, let me know. Another very inexpensive, all plastic. It probably went with that one that was in there. Little faux pearl, some rhinestones. Very lightweight. If you know, if you have trouble wearing anything weighty on your hand, these are your ring. We have some stretchies in here, little stretch bands. This one has got some AB on it. I had a couple of these that I gave to the little princesses, and we'll save those. These are great to give to them. I gave Nora and Pear some. We took them to Busch Gardens, and you know, an hour in, Nora's like, I don't know where they are, and I'm like, that's just fine, baby, because we have more. Although you probably should try to teach her to be a little bit more responsible, but I do not believe Busch Gardens is the place for that lesson. Anyway, I digress. This is just, you know, plastic. These are just little girly things. All right, let's get through the rest of this before my GoPro gets too hot. I don't know that that's actually a ring, or if it's a piece. Well, I guess it may be because it's not symmetrical. That may be a ring. Very lightweight. Dare I say plastic or aluminum. Another very inexpensive ring. It's a moon with a little plastic stone inside. Adjustable. And I'm rushing through these because I know this camera's gonna turn off here again. All right, and then this last one is an enameled number. That is really kind of pretty, actually. And that one is probably a 5, 6. When they're this wide, you know, the size kind of rides up and down your finger, so. And it looks like it is adjustable. It's got some swirly paint on there. That's a cutie. Well, and that is the end of our little plastic bag. I'll put that in the bin so we can get rid of that. Here in the background I have some little stone chips of semi-precious gems, and this is actually something that I don't remember where I picked it up a long time ago, and I just remembered I had it and thought it would be handy in helping to identify some of the stones and some of the necklaces and whatnot that we have. So you'll probably see this again in the future. And then these are the rocks that Jeff brought me back from Colorado. So just to recap, we did get some pretty finds. I mean, I spent $10 on this bag, and I definitely got my money back many times over. We have this pretty cocktail ring, this Murano glass piece, this ring, which is, I believe, still sterling plated, but it's in pristine condition. It's very pretty. And then a lot of these little costume rings, you know, I think people would like. I love this owl. I don't know that the owl will be for sale because I'm kind of digging them, but anyway. So again, if you see anything that you'd like to have from this video, please email me at amberfieldmousejewelry@gmail.com. If you could take a screenshot of the item that you're interested in, that would be extremely helpful. If not, just send me the timestamp from the video and of course the video name. And I would definitely get back in touch with you and we'll talk about making these pieces your own. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe and please like. If you could share, that would be an added bonus. This is brand new, so I mean, these are the first few videos that I've had, so would definitely be interested and very thankful if you could share it, and if you're enjoying it, that makes me very happy. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. This is Tina with Amber FieldMouse Jewelry. I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your month, rest of your year, rest of your life. Everything is wonderful. Take care. Bye-bye.